Good morning and happy Saturday, January 24th. Welcome to the first official edition of Sunny Side Up. We've been doing this on the weekend morning now for a little bit at 10 a.m. We have an official name for it, Sunny Side Up with our little egg.
I like it. I like it a lot.
A little dippy egg. This is a show where we're kind of going to be looking at, we're going to focus a lot on weather, taking a deeper look at the weather we're seeing in eastern Iowa, while also kind of nodding at some of the positive things that are happening in our community. So events that are going on if you want to get out of the house on a weekend, things you can look forward to on the weekends, as well as we kind of spotlight, we look at back on the week, see what positive stories we've had in our newscasts and spotlight them kind of as this is what made us feel good this week.
I think that's great because I think so many times we don't take a good look or an extended look sometimes at some of the positive things going on. We need that.
Yeah, we do, because sometimes it can get a little hidden by everything else going
Absolutely.
on. But it's always important to look on the sunny side.
Or have your sunny side up.
I like it. I like it. All right, so we always start with kind of a deeper dive at the weather. And
talk about needing your sunny side up.
Yes. Especially the last couple of weekends, I have been feeling it. I've been talking to Camille about it. And it's just been, this month has been dragging on.
Now for me, I don't know, it's moved. I don't feel it's been, but you said it has been a slow January for you.
Yes, it's felt like this month has taken 7 months. So knowing that we're nearing the end, I am quite happy about that.
1 week from today is the last day of January.
That's fine by me.
So it is moving through. So yeah, by the end of the week, by next weekend when you're here, you'll be on the last one. You'll start February.
But we have to get through 7 days.
We still do.
And those 7 days
could seem like a month. And they're not yet weather-wise. Yeah, what we have right now. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
just the chill. And it's not. It's going to get warmer, but not incredibly warm by any means. And we have been dealing with some real, wind chills that have just been unbelievable across the area.
Yes. Are we going to take a look at them a little bit? Or
yeah, let's go ahead.
Take a little look outside.
Let's look at our Decorah City Cam. Right now, what we're seeing, you can see it. We've got some mix of sun and clouds. There's a little bit of sunshine showing up on our Decorah City Cam. And that is just kind of filtering through. The farther south you go, the more you're going to see a little bit more cloudiness. And eventually that could also bring a little light snow. But there is some sunshine out there to give us a little bit of a brighter sky across the area as well. So we're going to take a look now at our current wind chills. And there you go. Wind chills right now across areas of eastern Iowa, better than they were when we joined you this morning. Not as good as they'll be this afternoon when they're even a little better.
But better than they were yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Because yesterday was nasty.
Wholeheartedly. Yesterday at this time we were probably talking about 30 to 40 below wind chills. Now it feels like 9 below if you're headed out in Dubuque, about 19 below in Cedar Rapids, 15 below Iowa City, 18 below in Waterloo. Not at the dangerous levels they were at. So that's definitely some very, very positive news that we're seeing here. And as we move through the remainder of the afternoon, that's kind of what we're expecting as well. We're not going to see that remain quite as cold throughout the area. Here's a look at our forecast as we look at the next 12 hours on our wind chills. And really that's what we're talking about today is the wind chill because that's what we have to see. I thought the penguins were appropriate in the background for the cold that we've been seeing.
Oh yeah.
So there's some teens. But then you see we kind of settle down between about 8 and 10 degrees, 12 degrees below. And that takes us all the way into tomorrow. So that takes us into the early part of Sunday, overnight into the overnight hours. We may drop down a little bit by Sunday morning, but by we head into the afternoon, again, some single digits are out there. So again, improvement, yes?
Yes, and that's good. We need the improvement because those, negative 30, negative, anything that low. And I know we see something similar to it most years, but I feel like when we get to this time of the year and we feel it, it's always a little bit of a shock to the system.
It is. There's no doubt. But let's just look back at what it was like yesterday morning. Those were the coldest wind chills we had in the Big Four. Cedar Rapids, Dubuque, both down to 42 below for a wind chill, 46 below in Waterloo, 38 below in Iowa City. That's cold. I mean, that's dangerous cold.
Extremely cold.
And that's why we had the extreme cold warning in effect. Also had our first alert day in effect for that as well, just to make sure that you knew exactly what was coming. Now, if we look back at last year, our coldest wind chills actually since 1996, it can get colder than that. So since 1996, that's when all the wind chills kind of come together and are calculated the same, 51 to 54 below. Would you really notice a difference from yesterday? Probably not.
Really?
Well, I mean, would you really feel a difference if it was 46 below or 54 below? Are you a type of person you think you might feel a difference?
I might feel it in my nose. I feel like when you know?
Cold. I mean, just absolutely cold. And when we look back at last year, we had cold wind chills as well. You said we see them every year, and we do. But our coldest last year, not as cold as this year, from 30 to 36 below. So, but still cold. All January, February, perfect time for them to happen. That's always when it's expected. So we just have to deal with it right now, and we've gotten through the worst of it.
Yes.
So that's the sunny side of the forecast. We've gotten through the worst of it, and now we are going to see things gradually and slowly improve.
And that's good, because I know for anyone who walks out of their door to even just go to the car real quick, or they are letting their dog outside for a quick bathroom break. I mean, my little dog lasted 5 minutes outside.
And he was ready to come in.
He was whimpering because he had his paws. The snow that was on the ground was so cold that it was hurting his little toes.
Oh no!
So he's standing there, and at one point he lifted his front paw and one of his back paws. And I said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm coming." I scooped him up and I got him back inside and brushed the ice off his feet, and he was fine. He is a little dramatic sometimes, but it is that temperature where you don't want your pets outside.
And you got to remember, pets are affected by wind chill, just like we are. Talked about this earlier this week. I wonder what it would be like if they calculated wind chills for pets, like how cold they feel, because the wind chill is calculated for an average height of a person at 5 feet in their face, so your nose. That's what it's calculated for, or the equations are all based on that. It'd be interesting to see. Obviously, you have many different size dogs and cats and coatings and things like that. But it'd be interesting to see, but it certainly does affect them just as much as it affects us as well.
So keep him inside. My dog was bundled up. He had
I saw the picture.
Yeah, he had a little hood on, and I was trying to keep his ears warm. He was not happy, but he did have a sweater and a coat. And
He stayed warm and he stayed safe.
He did.
That was the key, right?
He did.
That was the absolute key. Just to break down today's forecast, just a little bit more. 2 will be our afternoon high. That's 2 above 0. Again, the wind chills this afternoon, 10 to 20 below. Better. Light snow in southern Iowa. So there's a chance that we could see a little bit of light snow. This should be Interstate 80 and south for the most part. Some of it might sneak up towards Cedar Rapids. We always say this, but it's true. Even light snow can cause slick travel conditions. So absolutely be aware of that. But we're not expecting much, and we can show you the snowfall forecast a little later. But we are avoiding the worst of the weather, which is certainly down to our south.
Yeah.
Amy, thank you for your comment on Facebook. Stay warm, everyone.
Definitely.
We appreciate that. That's what you need to do.
Yep.
Again, climatologically, this is the coldest time of the year.
Yes.
We're feeling the coldest time of the year. And with that, we are going to have to stay warm. That's what we need to do. If you need to be outside, there are people that have to be outside. Dress appropriately. And if you can get inside sooner, that's great. But again, just dress for the occasion, and you'll make it through just fine.
I will always suggest, my father got us on this at Christmas time, a heated vest. I know a couple of reporters in the newsroom have them. This is the first time I've experienced one.
And?
I don't think I will ever be able to live without it now.
Really?
I love.
So is this a coat kind of?
It's kind of like a vest, so it doesn't have sleeves. I'm sure they make heated coats and gloves.
Right.
And it's got a little charger in the side, and you put it on, and you turn it on, and there's I think 3 different settings.
Huh.
I always keep it on the warmest one.
Not surprising.
I like to feel like a little baked potato sometimes. But it's a little bit of heat.
Really?
But once you've got a coat on over it, or you've got a sweatshirt on or something,
wow.
keeps you nice and toasty. I love that thing.
Huh. Had never heard of that. My wife did get a gift from someone of a heated scarf.
Ooh.
Same thing. Scarf. Put it in, it heats.
Yep.
I don't know if she's tried it yet. I don't think she has, but she may this weekend when we go out.
You're gonna need it.
So it sounds like the heated items are good.
I enjoy them. I do have to remember to charge them. That is the kicker with it. But I really enjoy it.
Let's just look ahead to Sunday on our weekend watch. It is also going to be a little warmer day. How about 9 degrees? And on Sunday, it's going to be dry. We're not worried about any snow that's going to happen tonight. If it does, it's overnight. So it's going to be a fairly decent day. We should see more sunshine. As we mentioned, a warmer day, relative terms, because we've been below zero for a while, and today hardly above zero in most areas. A little more wind, though. So I think as we head through Sunday afternoon, your face kind of says it all.
Yeah.
A little more wind is going to drop the wind chill again. It's a potential we could see a cold advisory out for late Sunday, early on Monday again, because we could get maybe a 15, 20 mile or 15 to 20 below wind chill again. So we're not done with it by any means. In fact, it does stay cold for longer periods of time too. In fact, if we can pull up the 9-day forecast real quick, we'll look at our warming that we can see. And here you go. Here's the weekend. All the way up to 9, 12 on Monday, and then look ahead. Got some teens out there, but there brings your end to January on Saturday with 23, and February starting out a little bit milder with 28 degrees at this point.
Right.
Right now there's a chance for snow again on Wednesday. Doesn't look like a major chance of snow.
At least the sun will be out.
It will definitely be out, and
I
you'll see more sunshine.
have been finding my sunbeams and sitting in them for as long as they shine and just trying to enjoy that just a little bit.
I said to Becky yesterday, or the day before when we were doing our live stream, I said, when it's sunny, the whole newsroom's attitude is different.
Oh, 100%.
Even if it's cold.
Yeah.
It's amazing how sunshine can do that. And the weather doesn't have to change at all. But sunshine, people are just happier.
That's why I have a happy light.
You do. I see it on once in a while.
Most days. It's on most days. So we are getting kind of the edge of, would you describe it as a major snowstorm?
Oh, wholeheartedly.
Yeah?
Just a major winter storm. So it's bringing a lot of different things. And you said we're edge, kind of almost a glancing blow, right?
Okay, yeah.
Just on the northern edge of that storm system. So you look at pinpoint Doppler radar right now, and there have been a couple of flurries reported, mainly down toward Lamoni, Interstate 35, and points down toward the south into Missouri. But we'll just widen this out. And this is the current radar.
Wow.
There's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Plenty of moisture from this system coming up out of the Gulf. There will be just no problems at all having moisture with this system. You'll also notice lots of colors, so I'll kind of sort it through for you. The blues and whites, that's snow. So near Memphis right now, Nashville, Tennessee, heading into southern Kentucky, they are going to be getting some very, very heavy wet snow. Hard to move, hard to get around in. But just to that south, kind of the purplish color, that could be a bit of a rain-snow mix, or it could be some sleet. And then generally that pink color is ice. Winter fan, 100%. Love winter, love absolutely most things to do with winter except ice.
Ice is hard.
You can't do anything on it.
Yeah.
You can have a two-wheel, four-wheel drive, four-wheel slide just as easy as two wheels do. So it's just, you can't move. It can cause power outages, trees snapping branches, bring power lines down. Now that can happen with heavy snow too, certainly, but ice is just not fun, but they're seeing that down there as well. And they're expecting that again to continue moving up the East Coast. We'll just take a look as we head through the next several days. So we are going to see it just continue where it is now and just continue its trek. And it's a slow mover, so there are going to be some pretty impressive snowfall totals, more than a foot in some spots. But you see Iowa, just that little bit of a glancing blow. And that takes us into tomorrow morning when we join you for Sunny Side Up. We're still seeing a lot of activity from St. Louis all the way back across Pennsylvania, even seeing a bit of snow. Ohio Valley seeing lots of snow. And then that moisture just continues to push in with a mix all the way into the northeast as we head into the weekend. So again, we don't get a lot. That's what's happening right now, and it's just nasty. If you're traveling by air, I think that's the one thing to watch out for here. If you're traveling by car, delay.
Yeah.
If you're going by air, there's going to be a lot of delays, cancellations, because a lot of hubs will be affected by this.
Right. No, definitely something that anyone who is up and moving around should be keeping an eye on. And we're hearing national stories of everything. And, as the different stations in the different states prepare for the snow to really come down. We're hearing a lot about it, and we've got a lot of national coverage on it on our KCRG pages, and you can go and find those stories because it is a nasty storm.
It is, and you'll hear more about it, of course, all the way through the weekend into next week.
Rhonda says, stay warm and stay safe, everyone.
We appreciate that.
We do, because it is a good reminder. Stay warm, because it is cold outside.
One quick look, snowfall forecast. Just want to do this yet. Just to show you, eastern Iowa, not much. Generally south of 80. That 2-inch total probably, if we see it, south of Highway 34, down near Mount Pleasant area. But again, if you do see some snow, it's going to be slick in a couple spots. So we're not expecting much from that storm system, despite how much that storm system will bring other places.
No, definitely. A lot of weather, a lot of stuff to keep in mind. There's also something very exciting happening this evening.
It is by far one of the days that I look forward to seeing and hearing about, even though it's in the middle of summer.
Yeah, we've got six months?
Yeah.
6 or 7-ish. 6.
7th month of the year, six-ish months.
Yes. RAGBRAI.
Till it happens, RAGBRAI, yes.
RAGBRAI. Tonight is the route announcement on where we will be for our overnight routes.
And
or overnight stops.
Yeah, they'll name the overnight towns. They won't name all the pass-through towns. That comes a little bit later, but it's exciting because those are the towns that you're going to stay in overnight as you trek all the way across Iowa.
Yes.
And it is fun.
I am so excited. Last year, you and I did a couple days of RAGBRAI, and it was, I think, we weren't planning it from the beginning.
Right.
It was do
Yeah.
a day or two, let's sign up for a day or two and see how it goes.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I had a ton of fun.
Yep. So what did I tell you before we did RAGBRAI?
Once you said something like, once you do it once, you're never gonna.
And you'll want to do the whole thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And?
I want to do the whole thing. And we will. Hopefully.
Right. Yeah, it's fingers crossed, right?
Yes.
There's no guarantee.
Correct.
No guarantee on that, but you would like to.
I would like to. So, we have signed up. We are excited. We're ready to go. Not all the way ready.
No.
We're ready to go in here.
Yes. The body still needs some help.
Yeah. But we are going to give our official guesses before the announcement tonight. But first, I want to just kind of look back on some of the photos from last year and some of your previous RAGBRAI experiences.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can get this to pop up. This was last year.
Yeah, it was.
This is you in the viaduct.
In Owine. Yes. Great theme last year.
That was so much fun. The Duck Viaduct.
Yep, fantastic. Just a great ride. Owine was just a welcoming town, just a lot of fun, and they really took the theme seriously.
Oh, yeah.
It came faster than we thought. Suddenly we were in Owine. It just happened.
That day was pretty short, and it felt good. You know, it was a good day. There's me going through the viaduct. I think I was in my head thinking, don't fall down. We were in a little bit tighter quarters.
It was. Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of bikers around you. And so I was trying to enjoy the moment because it was fun, but there were so many people. So I just have a couple photos. This was us on the route.
Well, here's the fun thing. You look at that picture, right? When you're riding with a lot, if you haven't done it, you're riding with a lot of riders from time to time. But you're also chatting with people from all over Iowa, all over the country, and people from different spots in the world. And you see there, Rebekah is concentrating on her ride.
Trying not to fall down, probably.
And a gentleman and I are conversing about something. I don't know what.
No clue.
Don't know what, but we're both conversing about something. But you meet somebody for 5-10 minutes, you ride along with them, you talk to them a little bit, and then you kind of ride on. And that's one of the greatest things about RAGBRAI too, just all the interactions that you get to have with many different people.
I remember within the first 10 minutes of our ride last year, we met somebody who was from a town in Pennsylvania that was 20 minutes from where I grew up from. So you really do meet just so many people. This was us before the day started.
That was day one.
Was this day? Yes.
Your very first attempt. We were in Iowa Falls,
Yep.
It had rained the night before. There was some rain on our way up, but it stopped just in time. And that was before we ventured out on the very start. At this point, what were you thinking?
I think I was just happy that it wasn't raining.
Okay.
Also, I was a little nauseous from the car ride. So I was trying to hold it together to just get on the bike.
Which
and
I did
start
not
moving.
know.
Yeah,
Which
you
I
didn't
did not
that
know.
until later. I get very car sick very quick. I was in the back of the car for probably over an hour, so just a little nauseous.
A quick shout out to Faith. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. She says, love seeing you two this morning. Stay warm.
Hello, Faith. Stay warm as well.
Hope all's going well with you, Faith.
Yes, it is a cold one. This is another one of my favorite photos. And this is a good story behind it. We were in line to get my bike fixed because I thought it was broken. It wasn't.
Well, until the repairman came up and went.
He waved a magic wand and my bike was fine.
But this was probably your biggest surprise at first, was it?
Yes, I would say yes. How many people there are in the towns. I knew it was going to be a lot. I didn't know it was going to be this many. And when everybody's packed into a town, I mean, you're shoulder to shoulder with people.
Yep.
And yeah, I was a little shocked.
Everybody's taking their bike, walking through the town, but all of a sudden you're in the middle of the road and you see on the right-hand side a slice of pumpkin pie that you want to get. So now you have to work your way over across all the folks too. Oh, it's breakfast time. You want to get a breakfast burrito. Oh, it's over here. So you got to kind of work your way through. But it is. Everything just kind of gets in. And this was the very first town we stopped in, the first pass-through town. So a lot of people there as well getting their breakfast. So if they're starting out with breakfast, that first town, boy, it is, again, a conglomeration of people.
Yes, very busy. Speaking of food,
Oh,
my first big pork chop.
Mr. Pork Chop.
Yep. You told me as we were riding, you said at some point we got to stop for a pork chop. And I don't know what I was picturing in my head.
Okay, was it this?
No.
Okay.
I did not expect to be handed a hunk of meat on a napkin. But now that that's what's happened, I couldn't imagine it any other way, to be honest. It was so funny because you hand over your money, and I thought there would be a little bit of a waiting period to get my plate and my fork and my knife. I didn't know what to expect. Nope, she just reaches into a thing, cooler, and here you go.
Here's your pork chop.
It was very good.
And you find a spot. Oh, it is. They, if you've never been apart, they have a big pink bus that is filled with corn cobs. That, along with whatever they put in these huge grills that they put along the side of the road. Yeah. And as you saw, when you saw them coming, you could see it from several miles away because you see the smoke.
Plume of smoke.
Yes,
Yeah.
because they're right next to the road. And then, stop and get a Mr. Pork Chop. Mr. Pork Chop, unfortunately, passed away several years ago, but his family has continued the tradition. Sure. And it is a RAGBRAI staple to at least have one, if not several, pork chops along the route.
I was going to say, I know you were telling me as we were going, and one of these days we've got to stop. And I think at one point you said we could do both days. But no, that was very worth the stop, and it was a good, much needed break.
Oh yeah, and the breaks are important too, right?
Yes.
Important. And you talk to folks too. There's all kinds of people. You don't see it in that picture, but there's all kinds of folks just sitting around with their pork chop in hand, just enjoying what is a great time away from a lot of technology, just enjoying the Iowa countryside.
No, and it was fantastic. We've got a couple of photos from your previous RAGBRAIs.
Okay.
I pulled out two.
Okay.
Tell me about this one.
Okay, the classic shot.
Yes.
This is the shot you're waiting for because you dip your tire in the Missouri or close to it when you're on the western side. You want to reach the Mississippi. This was up, I believe, in Lansing.
Okay.
In fact, I'm pretty sure it was Lansing. And when you get to the Mississippi, there is always a dip site. Some cities are able to have several dip sites. And you want to dip your tire, you get some pictures of that, and then you raise your bike in the air just in a big celebration, and you get that picture taken. And it's a sense of accomplishment at that point.
Oh, I'm sure.
You have now, and you think to yourself as you're riding up, I mean, at least I do, I have just ridden across a state.
Right.
That's just an amazing thing to think about. John Campbell once shared, when you get to Interstate 35, stop and go, hey, you're about halfway across the state. And it is. I always kind of remember that for what John said. And then when you get to the Mississippi, you're elated because, number one, you can find a comfortable bed a nice flush toilet, a great shower, but also you have made a big accomplishment now of riding across the state. So that's a picture that that people want to get, holding that bike in the air.
No, I love it.
Well,
I had to pull this one.
Goes without saying, pie is a big part of RAGBRAI. And this was, I don't know what year it was, I can't tell you that exactly, but I know exactly the stand it was along the side of the road. They made homemade ice cream, and they had fresh pies. And I do try to have one slice of pie each day. I also try to have a different type of pie each day.
Wow.
This particular stand had a lot of different, like gooseberry and different type of berries where you don't find it. Apple, I kind of wait to the end because you can always find apple pie. Sure. Cherry's pretty easy to find, but it is definitely something that I absolutely look forward to from day one.
No, I love it. All right. It's time for our guesses.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
I can.
Okay.
First, I will tell you the route is going to go west to east across the state of Iowa.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Give you a good insight.
Are you done? Is that your guess?
No.
Okay.
That's a guarantee. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is my guess, and have no idea. Everybody's putting in guesses for where they think the RAGBRAI route is going to go. As I prepared this, I did look at the previous RAGBRAIs. Britta, stay safe. Thank you. We appreciate that. In the warmth, or in the cold, we certainly want to do that. Thanks for commenting on Facebook. I looked at the places that we've been since 1973 when RAGBRAI started, and kind of looked at Western Iowa. There are certainly places to start in Western Iowa, and one we haven't started at for a long time is Missouri Valley.
Sure.
So I picked Missouri Valley. Then I thought, where are we going to go from there? Where are we going to end? I kind of picked my end. Another place we haven't ended for a long time is Dubuque. Also, we haven't seen a real good central route for a long time. We've been in Des Moines, we've been in Ames, we've kind of dropped south then toward Mount Pleasant. We've been in north, we've been up to Lansing and Vaughan. We haven't had a good central route, so I stuck with a central route as well.
Okay.
And then it's a matter of just kind of finding towns in between. I know Hiawatha hasn't had it for a while. My very first RAGBRAI, my very first ride on RAGBRAI took me from Cedar Falls to Hiawatha, so a little bit feeling in that one. So I got Hiawatha in there. Then you need someplace in between. Monticello hasn't had it for a while. Marshalltown hasn't. Madrid, because I'm not picking Des Moines just because we've been to Des Moines a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Guthrie Center and Harlan to kind of round out the town. So those are my guesses for the RAGBRAI route of 2026.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel?
I'm going to go with a strong 7.
Wow.
Strong
That's
7.
pretty confident.
Strong 7.
Okay. Are you ready for mine?
I am. Let's see it. Oh.
So, okay. You mentioned it earlier to me that I really did just follow 80.
You did pretty much an I-80 route, but that's not impossible.
Now, you have a little bit of a leg up because you've done plenty of RAGBRAIs in the past, and you've got, the list, and you can look, and I've done 2 days of one week.
That's true.
So, and I've only lived in Iowa for 2.5 years.
That's fair.
I really don't have any idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had a starting in Missouri Valley.
So interesting. We both picked this. I wonder.
Well, you showed me your list, and I agree. We haven't had one start there in a while. Going through Atlantic to Stewart, I picked Des Moines.
Well, and I think you had a pretty good reason for Des Moines, because part of the celebration this year is
250th birthday.
Right. So I think that could be one place celebrating Des Moines.
Going through the capital.
Yeah, could very well be.
Off to Montezuma, through North Liberty.
I don't know if we've ever been to North Liberty.
Up to Maquoketa, and then to Bellevue. Now, I haven't been to most of these places, even just in my personal life. So, I mean, I know I like Maquoketa because I've been to the state park there, and I think it's very pretty. So I'm hopeful.
You could very well be,
I don't think they're going to shut down I-80 for me, though.
How confident are you, scale 1 to 10?
I'd give it a 2.
A 2?
I'd give it a 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're right, I did follow the interstate.
You did, but you also did do more of a central-ish route.
That's true.
Britta, we see you mentioned Cedar Rapids hasn't had RAGBRAI for a while over on Facebook. No, you're right. It's been a while for Cedar Rapids, too. That would be an interesting stop. But if this holds, or some of this holds, you know the ride I would most like? Maquoketa to Bellevue. That last day would be a nice ride.
What did we calculate it up?
It was like 35 miles or something like that.
It was pretty short.
Just a nice short ride. It would be good. But again.
When we popped them up after you had put them all on the map, and I went, ooh, yeah, that's pretty close together.
Yeah. But that happens sometimes. That very,
nice
very much happens sometimes to make it a nice, easier ride. So each guess, just as good as everyone else's.
I
That
think
have put those in.
it's a very good guess.
And we find out tonight.
You're going to stay up for it.
Oh yeah, I'll be up.
Okay, I will not.
I will absolutely be up.
I will more than likely be asleep.
Because if I did try to go to sleep, I would stay awake anyway, wanting to know what the overnight times
Too
are.
excited.
Yes.
Wow. I applaud you for that. That's very, I like that enthusiasm. I will be too tired. By the time 1 o'clock hits, obviously.
I understand. No, I
Yes,
understand.
I unfortunately do not stay up very late after our overnights.
You've been
here.
up late and you come in earlier than I would. So.
Yes, that's true. Last segment that we have to take a look at. We've gone through a RAGBRAI. We're very excited. We've got to do our feel-good spotlight of the week. Earlier this week, I met with a Girl Scout who wrote a book about Tourette syndrome.
Oh, this is a great story. Great story.
She lives with it, and she wanted to write the book. It's kind of a children's book to help either kids who have Tourette syndrome explain it to their friends or their classmates, or for kids to just learn about it in general. So she kind of wrote about her own experience because some of the books that she had been read about Tourette syndrome wasn't written by somebody who lived with it. It was written by a researcher.
Sure.
So she just wanted to share her own personal experience, and she welcomed me into her home and was able to sit down with me and kind of tell me her story. So we're going to take a look at that story right now.
Just going out in public was hard because you're making noises and people are staring at you, so I kind of stopped going out.
Anna Bennett was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome when she was 11.
For me, it's mostly just little things like moving my mouth or blinking, but for a lot of different people, it impacts their lives in a great way.
For her Girl Scout Gold Award, she had to find a problem and create a solution with a lasting impact. The problem she saw?
Stigma around mental health and Tourette's.
Inspired by a book her teacher read to her class, she turned to the drawing board and the writing board.
Tourette syndrome, or TS, is a disorder that causes tics. Tics are noises or movements that someone makes but cannot control. I thought that this would be maybe more impactful to read about someone who personally has it and just kind of explain it to kids who maybe need a way to explain it to their classmates.
Bennett wrote and illustrated her own book titled Tourette Syndrome and Me.
A lot of other stuff come with it, so I kind of drew this where Tourette's is what you see, but all this stuff underneath comes with it.
On the cover, herself and her dog Gracie, who helped her through her diagnosis.
Gracie would go lay on Anna when she had anxiety, or if she was ticking, she would just put all of this fluffy weight and just help calm her down.
The first page is dedicated to my parents.
She has worked hard to get to this point where most people wouldn't realize she has Tourette's through therapy and medicine and working for years to be able to control anxiety. Her tics aren't really noticeable.
And then this is the final page that kind of sums everything up.
Hoping to break the stigma and explain the disorder in a simpler way.
I kind of wanted to write this book so that little kids can be it's okay that I struggle, or it's okay that I'm on medicine, because sometimes you don't know that other people around you are dealing with the same thing and you kind of feel alone in that.
Her book is currently available on Amazon, and she hopes to get it into local bookstores soon. In Cedar Rapids, Rebekah Vaughan, KCRG, TV9 News.
I put, these were some people who helped me in the process.
I know, getting to sit down with her and talk to her about her experience and what she has, lived through and what she grew up with, and knowing that she's helping other children kind of learn about it and be able to have something that they can sit down with friends or family members or classmates and also learn about it. It was very inspiring.
So it's like she's going to help a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of people with
Yes.
that. So way to go.
That story is on our website, kcrg.com, and in that story is a link to that Amazon
Great.
page. So if you're interested in it, you can go and check it out. But yeah, getting to sit down with her and,
That's awesome.
and meet the puppy.
Of course.
It was a very friendly.
course.
Gracie was very friendly. So anytime I get welcomed into somebody's home, I'm appreciative. But also when there's a puppy, that's
Even-
pretty cool too. Unfortunately, it's after 10:30. We went a little late, but that's okay. We had a lot to talk about.
We did.
A lot
and
of
our,
good things.
And our sunny side was up.
It was, with our little egg. I like our little egg. That's all the time we have for this morning, unfortunately. We will be back at 6 and 8 for our traditional newscasts tomorrow morning. And then we'll be back in here for another edition of Sunny Side Up at 10 a.m. Until then, stay warm and try to have a good rest of your Saturday.